Welcome to my channel Pocket Change Coins, because, as you know, old is gold. Some of the rarest coins worth big money could be hiding in your hands right now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch till the end. Let's dive in. First, we're diving into one of the most intriguing and potentially valuable coins in American numismatic history, the United States Washington $quarter coin from the year 1966. Yes, a seemingly ordinary coin you might just find tucked away in your change jar could be hiding a treasure worth a fortune. If you have a 1966 Washington quarter, you'll want to watch this video closely and pay attention to the rare traits that could make your coin worth big bucks. The 1966 Washington quarter was minted during a time of major change in U.S. coinage. This year marked the transition away from 90% silver coins, which had been the standard for decades. Unlike quarters minted before 1965, the 1966 quarter was struck in a copper-nickel clad composition. While this change was meant to make the coin more economical, it also led to a number of fascinating minting errors and rare variations that make certain 1966 quarters extremely desirable today. Collectors across the country are on the lookout for these error coins, and the demand is skyrocketing. One of the most sought-after varieties of the 1966 quarter is the double die obverse, often referred to as DDO. This means the coin's obverse, the side with George Washington's portrait, shows clear signs of doubling in the text, particularly in the word Liberty and the date, 1966. If you notice any doubling when looking at your quarter with a magnifying glass, don't overlook it. That could be your key to an incredibly valuable find. This type of error is not just rare, it's a true gem in the world of coin collecting. Another major error that elevates the value of a 1966 Washington quarter is the missing clad layer. Because these coins were no longer made of silver, they were instead composed of a copper core sandwiched between two layers of nickel. In some rare cases, one of these outer layers was not applied correctly, leading to a coin with a copper appearance on one side. These striking errors are not only visually distinct, but also incredibly rare, making them highly sought after by serious collectors who know their true worth. Some 1966 quarters have also surfaced with off-center strikes, where the image on the coin isn't perfectly centered. Depending on the degree of the misalignment, these errors can drastically increase a coin's value. A well-preserved off-center strike from 1966 can easily turn heads at auctions and among private collectors. The more dramatic the error and the higher the condition, the more valuable the coin becomes. Another incredible detail collectors pay close attention to is the coin's condition and strike quality. A 1966 quarter found in pristine mint state condition, especially one graded MS65 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, holds significant value. These coins often command attention because most 1966 quarters entered circulation and suffered wear and tear. Finding one in uncirculated condition is like discovering a time capsule from the past. Recent auctions have seen some of these rare 1966 Washington quarters fetch stunning prices. Coins with prominent doubling or striking mint errors, especially in high grades, have caught the attention of major collectors and dealers alike. Some sales have reached extraordinary figures, making headlines in the coin community. The rarity combined with collector enthusiasm is fueling the market and pushing values higher than ever before. And here's the part you've all been waiting for. Among the rarest and most pristine examples of the 1966 Washington quarter, one specific error coin was sold for an eye-opening price of $100,000. That's right, $90,000 for a single $quarter coin. This proves that even a small piece of change from your pocket could be a life-changing discovery waiting to happen. So if you've got a 1966 Washington quarter, take a close look at it under good lighting. Check for doubling, off-center strikes, missing clad layers, and be sure to have it professionally appraised if it shows any of these remarkable features. You never know, your next big treasure might just be sitting right under your nose. Second rare coin, we're diving into one of the most mysterious and valuable coins hiding in plain sight, the United States Washington $quarter from the year 1970 with the Denver Mint mark. This isn't just any ordinary quarter sitting in your pocket change. This is a coin that has caught the attention of serious collectors, auction houses, and treasure hunters all over America and beyond. If you're a coin enthusiast or just curious about what rare coins might be sitting unnoticed in your jar of change, then you're going to love what we're about to uncover. The 1970 Washington quarter is known not just for its age, but for the incredible errors and unique features that make it extremely rare and desirable. One of the most talked about and highly collectible versions of this coin is the 1970 quarter struck on a silver Canadian quarter planchet. Yes, you heard that right. Due to an unusual minting mistake, some of these quarters were accidentally struck on a 1941 Canadian quarter, leading to visible traces of the original foreign coin beneath the design of the Washington quarter. This kind of dramatic error doesn't just make the coin special, it makes it a one-in-a-million piece that collectors would dream of owning. This rare mint error causes doubling and ghosting in some areas of the design, most notably on the reverse side where you can still faintly see remnants of the original coin. The texture and strike of the coin also differ slightly from regular quarters due to the different metal composition, which makes it stand out even more. Coins like these are highly prized by collectors because they represent a true anomaly, a fascinating glimpse into a moment when the United States mints machines produced something truly extraordinary by mistake, and that's not the only kind of rarity to look out for in the 1970 quarter. Some specimens exhibit strong doubling in the word Liberty or the date 1970 on the obverse, which is a clear indication of a double die error. This type of error occurs when the die used to strike the coin has been engraved twice at slightly different angles, leaving behind a noticeable doubling of letters or numbers. These double die errors are especially desirable when they appear clean and sharp, and collectors pay top dollar for them. Now, let's talk about how you can identify whether your 1970 quarter could be one of these rare and valuable coins. First, check for the D mint mark just to the right of Washington's ponytail. That indicates the coin was minted in Denver. Next, closely inspect both sides of the coin under a magnifying glass or microscope. Look for any signs of doubling in the lettering or date, off-metal strikes, or any unusual texture or weight that might indicate a foreign planchet was used. If you find anything that seems out of the ordinary, it could be time to have your coin professionally evaluated. Many collectors are still actively searching for these error coins in circulation, garage sales, estate collections, and even in family change jars. Believe it or not, one of these error quarters has been sold at a public auction for a jaw-dropping price of $88,000. That's right, $88,000 for a single 1970 quarter with rare characteristics and a documented mint error. This kind of value turns a simple pocket coin into a life-changing discovery for lucky owners. So if you're a collector or even just someone who's fascinated by rare finds and untold stories, the 1970 Washington quarter should absolutely be on your radar. It's a symbol of how something seemingly ordinary can carry incredible historical value and monetary worth if you know what to look for. Go check your coin collections, your coin rolls, and your family drawers. Who knows what hidden treasure you might discover. Third expensive coin is going to blow your mind, because we're diving deep into the fascinating story behind the United States Washington quarter-dollar coin from 1991, minted in Denver. You might think that a coin from the early 90s can't be worth much, but the truth will shock you. This everyday quarter can be worth a small fortune, and we're going to reveal exactly why some of these 1991 quarters are selling for tens of thousands of dollars in the collector's market today. Now, you may be wondering, what makes the 1991 Washington quarter so special? The answer lies in the rare errors and incredibly unique minting varieties that occurred during production. Yes, not every 1991 quarter is created equal. Some coins feature double dies, off-center strikes, and even dramatic die clashes that make them extraordinarily rare and desirable among collectors. These aren't just minor errors. These are the kinds of features that can turn a 25-cent coin into a prize worth thousands. One of the most highly sought-after errors on the 1991 quarter is the double die obverse, where you can clearly see doubling on Washington's profile, the word Liberty, and even the motto, "In God We Trust." These dramatic doubling errors are very visible under magnification, and sometimes even with the naked eye. Another valuable error is the off-center strike, where the coin was misaligned during minting, leading to a partially missing design, an eye-catching flaw that serious collectors go crazy for. Add to that the rare broad-struck errors, struck through grease flaws, or even die breaks, and you've got a coin that can command high prices in auctions. Collectors are constantly on the hunt for the 1991 D quarter with these rare and extreme minting mistakes. Coins with strong luster, no signs of wear, and error details that stand out are exactly what top graders look for when assigning a high MS, mint state, rating. If your coin is graded MS 65 or higher and has a notable error, it can skyrocket in value overnight. Recently, one such example of a 1991 D Washington quarter with a prominent die clash and superb strike quality stunned bidders when it sold for a staggering $30,000 in a major auction. That's right, just one coin, originally worth 25 cents, brought in a life-changing amount of money. So, what can you do? Check your pocket change, go through your old coin jars, and examine those 1991 D quarters carefully. Use a magnifying glass to spot doubling or misalignments. If you think you have a rare error, consider getting it authenticated and graded by a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. You might be sitting on a hidden gem that could earn you thousands. The Washington Quarter series continues to excite collectors across generations, and the 1991 D error coins have become a rising star in the numismatic world. Demand is growing rapidly, and with more attention being paid to minting varieties and error coins, prices are only expected to increase. So, don't miss your chance, learn what to look for and keep your eyes peeled, and the big reveal: yes, one specific 1991 D Washington quarter dollar coin with a unique minting error and in pristine condition has sold for a jaw-dropping $30,000 in the coin market. Specially, we're diving into one of the most fascinating coins from American history, the United States Washington quarter dollar coin from the year 1967. This isn't just another quarter, this is a piece of numismatic gold that could make your collection shine like never before. The 1967 Washington quarter was struck during a unique time in U.S. minting history. Due to the national coin shortage of the mid-60s, the U.S. Mint removed mint marks from all coins from 1965 through 1967. That means even though this coin doesn't carry a mint mark, it holds historical significance and is highly sought after by collectors who value transitional period coins. But that's just the beginning of what makes this coin so special. What truly elevates the value of the 1967 quarter is the presence of rare mint errors and unique die varieties. Some of these coins feature dramatic double dies, where parts of the design like the motto, "In God We Trust," or "Liberty," appear slightly doubled, a striking visual cue that makes a coin stand out immediately. Others may have off-center strikes, clipped planchets, or struck-through errors that result in fascinating and rare patterns on the coin surface. These errors make the coin far more valuable and captivating for collectors across the country. Now, here's the exciting part: there have been verified sales and auctions where specially preserved 1967 Washington quarters with such rare errors fetched incredible prices. These coins, when graded by top-tier services like PCGS or NGC and given a high mint state grade, such as MS67 or MS68, can sell for amounts that most people would never expect from a 25-cent coin. It's stories like these that fuel the thrill of the hunt for every coin collector out there. Collectors love the 1967 quarter because it's part of a short-lived, transitional era with no mint marks, making high-quality specimens harder to find. Combine that with rare error types and you have a coin that commands attention, respect, and serious value in the market. If you happen to have a 1967 quarter, check it closely under magnification. Look for doubling, die cracks, unusual surfaces, or any signs of misstrikes, because you might be holding onto something much more valuable than you think. In recent auctions, some rare 1967 quarters with significant errors and in pristine condition have shocked collectors and investors by selling for as much as $130,000. That's right, $130,000 for a coin that most people might overlook in everyday change. Next coin, we are diving deep into one of the most exciting and surprisingly valuable coins in American coin history, the United States Washington quarter dollar coin from 1965. This is not just any ordinary pocket change. This coin hides secrets that have shocked collectors and auction houses alike. So stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for in your own change drawer, and it might just make you rich. The year 1965 was a monumental turning point in the history of U.S. coinage. It marked the end of an era. The last year that silver quarters were made for circulation was 1964. From 1965 onward, quarters were no longer made of 90% silver, but instead, they were struck using a copper-nickel clad composition. This major transition led to unexpected errors that are now considered extremely rare and highly valuable. And guess what? A few of these incredible mistakes escaped the mint and are now some of the most sought-after collector's items in the entire world of U.S. coins. One of the most famous and valuable errors associated with the 1965 Washington quarter is what's known as the transitional silver planchet error. These are quarters that were accidentally struck on leftover silver planchets meant for the 1964 coins. The mint was supposed to completely switch over to clad planchets in 1965, but a few silver blanks were mistakenly used, and those coins made their way into circulation. They look just like regular quarters, but their metallic content and weight tell a completely different story. So, how can you tell if you have one of these ultra-rare silver planchet 1965 quarters? First, check the weight. A silver quarter weighs about 6.25 grams, while the copper-nickel clad version weighs approximately 5.67 grams. You can use a simple digital scale to check this at home. Second, listen to the sound. Silver coins make a distinct ringing tone when gently dropped on a hard surface, a sound unlike the duller tone of clad coins. And finally, inspect the rim of the coin. A clad quarter will show a visible copper stripe on the edge, while a silver quarter will appear solid silver all around, but that's not all. The 1965 Washington quarter is also known for other incredibly valuable mint errors, including double die obverse, off-center strikes, and broad strikes. A double die error happens when the coin is struck twice in misalignment, creating a shadow or doubling effect, often visible on letters like Liberty or the date itself. These are highly desirable to collectors and can raise the value of a coin dramatically, depending on clarity and condition. An off-center strike, where the coin is not perfectly aligned during minting, creates a visibly misaligned design that is instantly noticeable and exciting to collectors. Some 1965 quarters are also found struck on foreign planchets, or even on dime or penny blanks, making them unique one-of-a-kind specimens. These mistakes were never meant to leave the mint, but some did, and they now command jaw-dropping prices. The excitement around this coin continues to grow as collectors and dealers around the country search through rolls, old collections, and inherited change jars, all hoping to find that one rare 1965 quarter that breaks records. It's like searching for buried treasure, but in your very own pocket change. Collectors are particularly drawn to the 1965 quarter because of its place in history. It's not just about rarity, it's about owning a piece of a pivotal moment when American coinage underwent a fundamental change. And because most people overlooked these coins for decades, well-preserved examples with rare errors are now in incredibly high demand. In fact, one of the most astonishing moments in the world of coin auctions occurred when a rare 1965 Washington quarter struck on a silver planchet, in pristine condition, sold for a staggering price of $145,000. That's right, this simple 25-cent coin, hiding in plain sight, brought in a six-figure payout. This is the kind of find every collector dreams about, and it's not just a fantasy. It's happened. And it could happen to you, so if you have a 1965 quarter in your possession, or if you come across one while coin roll hunting or searching through old coins, don't overlook it. Take the time to weigh it, inspect its sound, study the details under magnification, and look for signs of unusual features or errors. That one simple check could be the difference between a regular coin and a coin worth tens, or hundreds, of thousands of dollars. And here's where it gets even better, because these coins are still out there. They haven't all been found. They're waiting to be discovered in attics, garages, and even coin jars on your kitchen counter. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just getting started in coin collecting, the 1965 Washington quarter offers one of the most exciting and potentially profitable hunts out there. If you've come across a 1965 quarter that seems unusual, or you think it might be special, share your story in the comments below. We love hearing from fellow collectors and enthusiasts, and who knows, your story might just be featured in a future video. Also, if you have any questions about how to spot rare coin errors, how to grade your coins, or how to get them appraised, drop your questions below and we'll be happy to help. Now, we are diving deep into a truly captivating and potentially life-changing coin, the United States Washington $quarter coin from the year 1994 with the P mint mark. This coin may look like an ordinary pocket change piece, but it holds a story of value, rarity, and hidden treasure that every collector dreams of. If you're watching this, pay close attention, because this video could lead you to discover a quarter worth of fortune sitting in your change jar right now. The 1994 P Washington quarter was minted in Philadelphia and is part of the Modern Clad series. But not all of them are created equal. Among the millions struck that year, a select few have extremely rare errors that have made them highly desirable to collectors around the world. These errors aren't just quirks, they're like golden tickets that turn a 25-cent coin into something worth tens of thousands of dollars. Imagine owning a coin that appears so simple, yet is craved by elite collectors, rare coin enthusiasts, and auction houses across the country. One of the most fascinating things about the 1994 P quarter is the presence of striking minting errors. Some of these error coins were accidentally struck on planchets meant for other denominations, such as the dime or even the nickel, creating unbelievable collectibles that defy normal standards. There are also double die obverse and reverse errors where the lettering, date, or even George Washington's portrait appear doubled due to a misalignment in the minting process. These kinds of errors are incredibly rare and can only be identified with careful observation, or a little magnification and a sharp eye. Let's not forget the off-center strikes. A number of these 1994 quarters were struck off-center, which means part of the design is missing or misaligned. This isn't damage, it's a genuine mint error that boosts the value massively. Even a slightly off-center strike can increase a quarter's worth, but the more dramatic the error, the higher the value shoots up. And there are reports of coins with broad strikes, clipped planchets, and die cracks, all of which can turn this everyday quarter into a collector's holy grail. To identify if your 1994 P quarter is among the rare and valuable ones, closely examine the coin's edge, the clarity and thickness of the date, and look for doubling or design distortion. Use a jeweler's loupe or high-resolution magnifier and don't overlook any detail. A single feature could mean the difference between pocket change and a rare gem. Collectors and auction houses have shown increasing interest in error coins from the 1990s due to their growing scarcity and the nostalgia of the era. Recently, rare error examples of the 1994 P quarter have sold at major auctions and private sales for thousands of dollars, setting records and igniting new interest among collectors. These aren't just isolated sales. There's a growing demand for these error coins as more collectors seek to complete their unique sets and uncover hidden treasures from recent decades. So, if you've got a 1994 P quarter in your possession, it's time to take a closer look, because that little coin might be hiding one of the most exciting mint errors of its time. And if you're lucky enough to find one with a major error, you could be looking at a coin valued at an astounding $35,000. Last unique coin. We're diving into the exciting world of the 1997 P Washington $quarter coin, a seemingly ordinary coin that could be hiding an extraordinary fortune. If you think pocket change is just small money, think again. There's a coin out there that has stunned collectors, sparked bidding wars, and brought massive returns to lucky finders, and that coin is the 1997 Washington quarter with the Philadelphia mint mark. This coin was minted during a transitional period in U.S. coin history, right before the release of the wildly popular 50-state quarter series. While the 1997 P quarter may look like your average silver-colored quarter, there are certain versions of this coin that are anything but ordinary. Some rare errors and varieties have made it highly collectible, and incredibly valuable. These coins have been making waves in the coin community and drawing the attention of collectors across the nation. Now, let's talk about what makes this coin so special. First, we have the off-center strike errors, where the coin wasn't properly aligned in the minting press, causing part of the design to appear off the edge. These errors are not only visually striking but also extremely rare, making them a favorite among error collectors. Then there's the double die obverse error, where parts of the image, like Washington's profile or the inscriptions, appear doubled due to a misalignment during the die creation process. These doubled features can be seen under magnification and are key indicators of a rare and valuable find. Another known error that has created serious collector buzz is the clad layer missing variety. In these coins, one of the outer layers of the metal is missing, exposing the copper core underneath. The result? A quarter that looks dramatically different from the norm, and one that stands out in any collection. These coins are highly desirable due to both their appearance and rarity, and they command high premiums when sold. One of the most exciting things about the 1997 P. Washington quarter is that these rare error coins are still out there. They're not locked away in museums or private collections. Many of them are still in circulation or tucked away in old coin jars and drawers, waiting to be discovered by someone just like you. Collectors are always on the hunt for these gems, and their demand has only grown over the years. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a curious beginner, this is a coin you'll want to pay attention to. Recently, a stunning 1997 P. Washington quarter with a rare off-center strike in pristine condition sold at auction for a jaw-dropping $29,000. That's right, a single coin worth more than some people's cars, just because of a rare mint error and exceptional condition. This proves that with a little knowledge and a lot of curiosity, you can turn everyday change into real treasure, so keep your eyes peeled and your magnifying glass ready. The next time you come across a 1997 P. Washington quarter, take a closer look. Examine the edges, check for misprints, and look out for anything that seems a little off. That small detail might be the key to a life-changing discovery. And if you're lucky enough to find one, you could be holding onto a coin that's worth thousands. Let us know in the comments if you've come across any rare 1997 quarters or if you've ever found a valuable error coin in your collection. We love hearing your stories, and you never know, your experience could help another collector on their journey. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more rare coin news, and share this with your fellow treasure hunters. Thanks for watching, and remember, the next great coin discovery might be in your pocket right now.